Alright guys, so today I'm coming at you with a bullet journal setup spread. It's been a long time since I've done one of these on my channel, but you absolutely loved them in the past, so I'm going to do one for you today. 2020 is coming, and so I'm going to use this Ghost Grid dot journal that I got off of Amazon, and I'll leave it linked down below for you if you are interested. I decided on this one because it's the size of like a regular spiral notebook. It's not a smaller dot grid notebook, something like a Lecturum, for example. I wanted a full size one just because I wanted to make sure I had the room to do whatever I wanted to do in this planner. Now here I'm just starting off with a quote for the whole planner in the beginning. This is going to be not just a regular bullet journal planner. It's not like my weekly planner, my daily planner. This is going to be my wellness journal for the year. I looked at a lot of wellness journals that are pre-built out there, and honestly just didn't find one that was exactly what I was wanting to do. So I said, you know what, that's fine. I used a bullet journal. It was fun. You guys enjoyed watching it as well, so I will just make my own. And so that's what this is going to be. It will still have like weekly setup spreads because there's things I want to track and work on for my wellness and habit building. So you will still get that kind of a thing if that's what you're looking for in bullet journaling. But the first several videos you'll probably see from me on my channel for bullet journaling are going to be kind of 2020 setup stuff. So before I get to any of those weekly spreads, because it's not 2020 yet, I'm going to be setting up a bunch of stuff here for you guys in the front parts of the notebook. And I picked this quote to be on the first page because this is exactly what I need. I need motivation, but more than anything, I need to build healthy habits to work on my wellness. So I thought that was a perfect one just to kind of put at the front. I kept it simple and clean. I didn't embellish it a ton or anything like that. I just wanted it there front and center. So here today, what I'm going to be working on in this spread for you is my Passion Roadmap. Any of you that are familiar with the Passion Planner will know what I'm talking about, but if you're unfamiliar with that planner, basically this is a page from that planner that I personally really like. I think it's very useful, and I wanted to kind of recreate in my own way here in my planner. So basically, as you can see here, I've laid out 4 different areas. You look at things that you want to accomplish in the next 3 months, what you want to have accomplished in 1 year, 3 years, and then for your lifetime. And by looking kind of at that little scale, it helps you build upon what do I need to do first to get to the end goal. Now, some people keep these very specific to career or very specific to one area of their life, but I kind of wanted to touch on all the areas of my life with mine. So I like working with the end in mind. When I was a teacher, that was the way I planned, and I think that's a good way to approach this as well. Where do I want to be in my lifetime, and then work backwards from there for what am I going to do to get me there. So just to kind of make this one fun, and since it's in the beginning and I want to reference it and look at it a lot, I decided instead of just writing out the words, I wanted to add in little drawings and doodlings that kind of represent each thing that I want to do. So the first thing I'm doing here is going in and drawing those in, and then I'm going to start coming through and writing out what those goals are beside. So you can see for the lifetime, I have 4 things that I kind of put there. One, I drew kind of a safe with an escalating bar graph, and that's going to be representing some financial goals I have for myself. I drew a cup of coffee or tea, whatever, and that one's just going to be, as you can see, to relax. Basically, at the end of my life, I want to be able to relax and enjoy the small and good things in life. So I want to save for retirement. I want to have all of that good to go, and because of that, I want to be able to relax and enjoy my life. Now, next to it, I had a really simple doodle of just kind of a heart with like the heartbeat line going across it, and that's because obviously as I get into my older age, I want to be in a healthy state where I can enjoy it. So I want to make sure that I'm doing things that'll get me to being heart healthy at an older age. There are some things in my family that I need to make sure I try and avoid if possible, and so it's really important to work on my health as well. And then the last thing I drew there was a hot air balloon, and that's because I just want to kind of be able to live free and have the means to do whatever we feel like doing at that point in our lives. Now, to back it up though, I've got to do steps to get there. And so obviously for the 3-year section, I put in that I need to have worked up to where I'm a daily workout person. That is a habit. It is just something I do. It's a part of me. And right now, that is not me at all. I'm like the total opposite of that. I don't work out. So obviously I'm not saying, in 1 month I will be a daily workout person. No. That's at the end of 3 years, that's the new me. That's who I am. I want to be someone who works out daily. I also drew in a little piece of paper with the edge turned up and a little pinpoint push pin to say that I want to have published books. And obviously, to get to that goal, I'm going to have to do something by the 3-month and 1 year mark to have made that happen. So you could see there I had one other little page note that I added in that I've had written 1 book by the 1 year mark. So I'm giving myself a year to have written a book. I would love if there's a little more than that, but I've given myself a year to write it, and then I'm giving myself 3 years to work on trying to get it published. So that's kind of more of a career goal for myself. So you can see I'm trying to have all the different parts of my life enveloped here. And then I drew a little globe over there in the 3-year area because I want to have saved up for a big family vacation. In 3 years, we will be approaching my husband's end of residency. We can't really do vacations before that, honestly, because of the crazy schedule they give him. But we want to be able to go somewhere fun for our whole family when he's done with residency and before he'll begin his real doctor job. And so that requires saving. So not only do I want to be saving for retirement, as you can see in my lifetime, I also want to be saving towards fun stuff for my family too, like a big, Disney cruise or a big blowout trip to Disney in Florida, something like that, but it takes money. So we got to save for that. So I wanted to add that on my goal sheet as well. The great thing about this type of kind of plan, or like I said, roadmap, is it's totally just whatever you want it to be. I mean, someone might not want to put on there that they want to save up for a Disney vacation. That might not be your jam. But hey, that's what I want to be able to do for my family. So you really just make this your own. I'm doodling. You don't even have to do that. Just put the words on the page. This is all about just planning out what do you want your life to be and how are you going to get there. So I'm going to start kind of coloring it in here in just a second, but I want to kind of talk you through the other parts as well, the 1 year and the 3 months really quickly. Obviously, to have saved up for vacation and saving for retirement, I first want to have an emergency fund saved aside first so that I don't have to dip into vacation funds or other things like that. If you're familiar with Dave Ramsey, it's kind of that same principle. Now, we do have a family savings fund, and so there is that, but I'm talking about I want my own personal little set aside savings that if I have a blowout on the side of the road, I can just use it. You know what I mean? So I want to have that saved up. And then those daily workouts at the end of 3 years, I'm hoping that through all these lifestyle changes, I will have also worked on meeting my new weight goals. And so I have that for my 1 year mark as well. And then I know you haven't really seen anything really about my YouTube yet on here, but I do have kind of a film strip that I doodled in, and I want to grow this new channel all the way to monetization status by the end of a year. So I'm giving myself a year on this channel to do that. For my original other family channel, I just want to keep seeing it grow as well, but I didn't put it on this one necessarily. And then in 3 months, which are more immediate goals, I want to improve my photo skills, like my camera and picture taking skills. I feel like I have done a little bit better in that in the recent month, but I want to continue to work on that as well. There's some camera equipment I've got my eye on too. So there's some goals there. I just want to get better at that overall. And then for 3 months, I want to make budgets, make my financial goals very clear cut, and have them on paper so that I can meet those bigger goals over time. And then for my health and weight and workouts and all of that, by the end of 3 months, I just want to have seen steady progress. I don't have like a hard, steadfast number goal there because it's more about how I feel and I'm getting healthy and I'm looking and feeling better. So as long as I'm seeing really good progress there, I don't really care about a scale number as much, so much as I can see improvements and I'm feeling better. So hopefully that kind of gives you an idea as I walked through the goals, what each of these things might mean. But like I said, this is your own thing. You make it your own. And I think doing something like a passion roadmap is a great start to a wellness journal. So if you're looking at doing a wellness journal, I think doing something like this, even if you narrowed it down and made it more specific just to your health or just to your lifestyle, that might be a great option. Now, if you've made it this far with me, I apologize if my voice is a little raspy. I've been fighting a cold, and I just really still wanted to get this video up for you so that you could have a video today. But I'm hoping that this kind of gave you some inspiration on maybe a new 2020, a new year spread you might want to include in your bullet journal as well. If you really like bullet journal videos, you definitely want to make sure, if you're new to my channel, you subscribe. I'll be putting a ton of them out, especially in December as it leads up to 2020. And I will then also be doing weekly spreads and showing you how I'm tracking all of my health and lifestyle goals as well. So here's some nice up close views for you so you can get one last look. If you are new today, like I said, subscribe. Also, go follow me on Instagram. I post a ton of planning content over there as well, and I would love to have you go and follow me there, and we can chat and get to know each other a little bit better. And I will see you in the next video, guys. Happy planning!